There was a land where, for centuries, a king ruled, a king who didn't just claim the throne, but claimed to be God himself. He said, "I am your highest lord." People didn't just walk on the earth, they walked in prostration before him. But then came a night when a dream stole the sleep of that king, and when death finally stood before him, he couldn't even fight a single drop of water. Allah did not allow his body to be buried in the earth, but preserved it as a sign of warning until the day of judgment. Egypt was the most powerful nation of its time. Cities built along the river Nile, lands that produced gold through their crops, markets overflowing with wealth. The palaces weren't just built of stone, they were built of arrogance. And at the center of all this stood one man, Pharaoh. His command wasn't just law, it was belief. People didn't merely obey him, they believed in him. He declared, "I am your greatest lord." And all of Egypt remained silent. Within this very same Egypt lived a nation deprived of light, Bani Israel. Their homes were separate, their clothing was different, their lives were different. They were enslaved. Their men carried stones from morning till night, building magnificent palaces, only to collapse in exhaustion when night fell. Their women were kept alive only to continue this chain of slavery. Pharaoh deliberately weakened this nation because he knew a weakened nation can never shake a throne. But for the wise, a single sign is enough. According to Tafsir Ibn Kathir, one night Pharaoh had a terrifying dream. He saw fire emerging from the direction of Beit el-Maqdis, burning the homes of Egypt while the homes of Bani Israel remained untouched. Pharaoh awoke in absolute fear. For the first time in his life, he felt weak. That very night, astrologers and fortune-tellers were summoned to the palace. The dream was explained, and then a sentence was spoken that would change history forever. "A boy will be born among Bani Israel, who will be the cause of your downfall." From that moment, fear turned into unimaginable cruelty. When fear enters the heart, wisdom leaves, and when wisdom leaves, oppression is born. Pharaoh decided to end the problem before it could even begin. An order was issued, not a law, but a death sentence. Kill every newborn boy of Bani Israel. Swords moved from city to city. Mothers lost their children. Thousands upon thousands of innocent lives were taken. During this era of brutal oppression, a child was born. His name was Musa. His mother lived in constant, paralyzing fear. Then, Allah revealed a plan to her. Nurse him, and when you fear for his life, place him in a chest and put him in the river. Do not fear and do not grieve, we will return him to you. She quietly prepared a wooden chest and placed her baby into the flowing river. The water moved, carrying this small, precious cargo upon its surface. She told Musa's sister, "Watch him from a distance, but do not let anyone see you." The chest floated all the way to the palace of Pharaoh. Pharaoh's wife, Asia, saw it and ordered it to be opened. The moment she saw the child, Allah placed a deep mercy in her heart. "Do not kill him," she said to Pharaoh. "He may be of benefit to us, or we could adopt him as a son." Pharaoh looked at the child boy from the very nation he was trying to destroy. His arrogance spoke. "What harm can this one small child possibly cause me?" At that very moment, Pharaoh's downfall had already begun. But there was a problem. The baby Musa refused to drink milk from any woman in the palace. The entire palace panicked. Then, his sister stepped forward and said, "Shall I guide you to a woman who will care for him properly?" And just like that, the mother who had placed her child into the river was returned to her son with honor, inside the very palace of the man who wanted him dead. Time passed. Musa grew into a strong young man. Allah says in the Quran, when he reached maturity and wisdom, we granted him knowledge and understanding. One day, Musa entered the city and saw two men, fighting, one from Bani Israel and one Egyptian. The Israelite cried out, "Help me!" Musa stepped forward and struck the Egyptian. The man fell and did not get up again. Musa realized he had accidentally caused a death. He immediately sought Allah's forgiveness and Allah forgave him. But the city of Egypt did not forgive. The news spread like wildfire. In Pharaoh's court, orders were given, "Kill Musa." A man came running from the far end of the city and warned him, "They are plotting to kill you. Leave immediately." Musa left without looking back. No wealth, no supplies, only his complete trust in Allah. He walked for days, torn between fear and hope, until he reached the land of Madian. There, he found a well where men were watering their animals. At a distance, he saw two women waiting. Musa approached them and asked, "Why are you not watering your animals?" They replied, "We have to wait until all the men leave. Our father is a very old man." Without hesitation, Musa stepped forward and watered their animals for them. He then sat beneath a tree and made a simple, powerful prayer. "My Lord, I am in need of whatever good you send down to me." Soon, one of the women returned and said, "My father invites you to reward you for helping us." That man was the Prophet Musa. After hearing Musa's entire story, he said, "Do not fear. You are now safe from the oppressors." His daughter then said, "Father, hire him. He is strong and trustworthy." Abi offered Musa marriage to one of his daughters, on the condition that he'd work for him for 8 years or 10, if he wished. Musa accepted. Those years were not ordinary years. They were years of patience, solitude, and learning mercy. The Prince of Egypt became a humble shepherd, and this is how Allah prepares his prophets for their mission. After completing his term, Musa set out toward Egypt with his wife. It was night. It was cold. They were in the middle of the desert. He saw a light on the side of a mountain and told his wife, "Stay here. I will bring back some fire for us, or maybe I'll find some guidance there." But it was not fire. As he approached, a voice called out, "O Musa, I am your Lord. Remove your sandals. You are in the sacred valley of Tua. I have chosen you. Now, go to Pharaoh, for he has transgressed all bounds." Musa prayed, "My Lord, my speech is heavy. Please appoint my brother Harun as my helper." Allah replied, "Your prayer is accepted." Musa and Harun stood before Pharaoh. Pharaoh sneered, "And who is this Lord of yours?" Musa replied, "The one who gives life and death." Pharaoh, enraged, summoned the greatest magicians from all over Egypt. They threw their ropes and staffs, and to the people, they appeared as slithering snakes. Fear filled the crowd. Then, Musa cast his staff. It turned into a real, massive serpent and swallowed all of their false magic in an instant. The magicians, recognizing true power, fell into prostration. This is not magic. We believe in the Lord of Musa and Harun. But Pharaoh's arrogance only deepened. He screamed, "I am your Lord." So Allah sent one sign after another upon Egypt. A devastating storm, swarms of locusts, infestations of lice, plagues of frogs, and finally, the water of the Nile turned into blood. Each time, Pharaoh promised to believe if the punishment was lifted, and each time, he broke his promise. Finally, Allah commanded Musa to leave Egypt at night. With all of Bani Israel, they reached the edge of the Red Sea, just as Pharaoh's army appeared behind them. The people panicked, crying, "We are trapped." But Musa said with full conviction, "No, my Lord is with me. He will guide me, I command. Strike the sea with your staff." The water split apart. 2 great walls of water rose on either side, and a dry path appeared in the middle. Bani Israel crossed to safety. Pharaoh, blinded by his rage, followed with his entire army. When the last believer had crossed, Allah commanded the sea to close. The walls of water collapsed. Pharaoh was drowning. At that final moment of death, he cried out, "I believe in the Lord of Bani Israel." But it was too late. Allah then declared, "Today we will preserve your body, so that you may be a sign for those who come after you." While Pharaoh's body became a warning, his wife, Aisha, who secretly believed in Allah, was granted paradise. This story proves one thing. The greatest arrogance in the world can still drown in a single moment of divine justice. If this story moved you, and you want to see part 2, exploring what happened to Bani Israel after they were saved, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment below with Allahu Akbar. Thanks for watching.